tired.
Yeah,
Really,
me and him is definitely
really
kind of tired.
I'm not as tired as I was last week when I was literally sleeping at this time of day.
Well, you want to make it a short mission then, so that everybody can get some rest. That'd be good. Or we can.
Yeah,
Well, I
I'm
mean,
fine.
I'm good. I'm good till midnight though, so I'm hyped right now.
I'm ready.
I'm on an adrenaline rush right now.
I'm ready, man.
You had your big win today, so that's why you're all jacked up.
Hell yeah, man.
Fine.
We had 4 monster energy
Awesome.
while doing it.
It's like Coke.
That's what I need. I need to go get a vodka orange juice.
And I'm not talking
That'll
about
make
the
it fly
soda.
better.
Okay, why is this not coming up?
I fly better when I'm drunk.
Oh.
Oh shit. Something. This is diet caffeine free cola.
You need the
Basically
Yeah.
carbonated water that's meant to be a different color.
Diet caffeine free. It's like all the best things about Coda. I can understand. I can understand one, and usually, like I'm okay with caffeine free because sometimes you just want that flavor, but you don't want to be up all night, you know. But
if you go into
saccharine.
RMA, see if you can see the server up.
Okay.
Just like you guys need to give, you guys did not have so much prejudice. You guys gotta have an open mind
About soda?
about soda. Yes,
No.
about
No. You need to get rid of that. You need to get that aspartame out of your system.
Is that what it's called? I've always heard people call it aspartame. Aspartame.
I don't know. Maybe I'm saying it wrong.
Well, you've got me questioning how it's pronounced because like I live in Kentucky, so it's plausible that everybody just pronounced it wrong my whole life.
Yeah. Yep. I'm from Texas. I know that feeling. We say things like Amarillo. When it's in Spanish, it's Amarillo. What? That's a cow. 72-ounce steak, that's a calf. Holy crap.
Basically, she's gonna die before she's like 30 years old.
Hey,
she's gonna hurt when she poops.
Yeah. She's gonna rip herself up.
She's got a black hole in her intestines or her stomach or something, and she's either gonna starve to death or she's gonna collapse in on herself, and maybe take the earth with her.
Hey, BJ, I can't see your server, and when I click on friends, I can't even see it.
Alright, I'm trying to figure out why it's not loading.
Oh my god. Initialize the add-ons already, you piece of crap. Frig.
You guys might see if we get it running, and if we ever get into a flight pod, a patrol pod. So it's pretty funny because these giant missiles fire from the center of the pod. these big AGMs that are meant to go on a bigger plane, but they're just stand-ins for now. But it's pretty funny just coming out of his head.
How well do they still got? Are they still pretty stiff on like turning? Because every time I've tried to turn them, I'm just like, okay, this ain't turning at all. I'm just gonna tilt it sideways and like.
You still have to do that a little bit, but there's Yeah, I've been trying to work with that. It doesn't. I don't know why I can't get it to turn as easily as the Skyhawk and the
Yeah.
the other one. Sorry, the Warhawk and the Diamondback. For some reason, something I did caused it to just go just crazy. It's not. I feel like it has something to do with being a small. It's a tiny aircraft, but I did some things in the memory, no, in the geometry, to make the system feel like it's a bigger aircraft, which makes it smoother because just the way that they've programmed the physics, um, just bigger aircraft, have a bigger wingspan, and so they don't fall as easily. They glide more, and so I tricked it into thinking that it has more of a gliding surface. Does that make sense? Because otherwise, it's just a big rock, you know.
Big rock.
And also, I gave it a bunch of mass, so like it thinks it's a big heavy rock. It thinks it's the weight of the Diamondback in that small little thing, and that's why no longer does the gun push it back.
Ah.
Because before I had it like the correct mass that it should be is like, just it was the
And
weight of a
it,
golf car,
yeah, and it turns out like that doesn't really work in real life at
with
all
the,
because if
yeah,
it did have a 20 millimeter gun on it,
it
the
probably would
recoil,
go backwards. Yeah,
yeah,
maybe not
like
like maybe not at 1,000 miles an hour, but still,
yeah.
still pretty
Or worst
fast.
case scenario, it accidentally causes it to like start like flipping
Yeah,
constantly.
yeah. So you have to
Is to
do
see.
There we
you have
go.
to do some things that
Got it.
that trick the code into working a little bit better. So that's part of the down. The drawback is that like now that it doesn't like float, that doesn't just plummet to the ground, because it it'll it'll float, but if you turn it off, it'll still float. So it's not because the engines are on; it's just because it thinks it's a big float, a big thing that's just slowly descending.
Yeah.
So there should be, there isn't, but there should be a parameter that makes you able to set like a minimal hover speed. You know,
Yeah.
like you find out where you create your
Ooh.
um, aircraft and you test it and you find out where that sour spot is. I call it the sour spot because that's where it's not like a sweet spot, but it's a sweet spot that does bad things, so it's a sour spot. So you found out where that drop off point is, and um, you cut off like that's your minimal thrust. Anything lower than that is only
Aw,
meant
man.
for if you're landed or
Mm.
taxiing. So to me, I feel like that line of code would be really helpful because then like once you're in the air, if you go
There
below
we go.
that spot, then you don't like run the risk of accidentally dropping yourself out of the sky. You can still recover. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you might be dropping because you want to be able to drop a little bit, but you don't want to just start plummeting uncontrollably. And that's the reason why I had to um, make it a little bit more smooth. Is sometimes I have on my control pad, I have it's an analog thumbstick, and so I have my rudders left and right on the left stick, and I have the thrust up and down on the left stick. And sometimes while I'm ruddering, I stray a little bit too far into the vertical up and down spot, and so I might accidentally give it more thrust or give it less thrust, and usually I give it less thrust and end up falling. So there should be like a built-in safety that you can provide, and there isn't. I know, it probably just my brain is in technical mode, and that's partially why I've been able to work on the code a lot more recently, because I get these phases where now I can think more clearly, I can think about numbers and stuff like that. It's a good time for me to focus on that, and eventually it'll wear out. It'll probably get me a little bit exhausted, and I'll be like, screw this, I got to do some artwork. So I'll focus on that for a long period of time. But right now, that's why I'm getting stuff done a lot lately. It's been sitting here for months, right? And now it's what, 7 months later, and now I'm able to finally do things that maybe if I had stuck with it, I could have figured out 1 or 2 months after the release. But it's just because my brain has kind of floated out and then back into that.
Yeah.
No.
But it's a lot of stuff.
Oh,
a lot of tricky stuff that you have to kind of twist Arma's arm to make it work how you want it to. And then even still, it's like nobody's happy.
Well, I mean at present, like everything's working about as well as it can, circumstances given. We just got to get to that point where things kind of start snowballing in progress, which I feel like we're almost at that point, because like all that's really left function wise for the vehicles that currently exist, like the biggest thing as far as I can tell is just that last hurdle is getting all the vehicles to get their weapons to work, like the Scorpion's missiles and the missiles for the Komodo. That's like probably the next like big update, big deal thing.
And there's a lot of more iconic vehicles that I just need to make, and I have no idea how they're gonna work out so far. I have some other mods that I've seen that give me a clue, but how am I gonna do the jump pack and the claw? Because it's
the claw.
It's an airplane, but it's also a backpack.
It's a backpack and a drone. It's actually also a UAV, and it sometimes carries a frickin' sea mine.
That's true, and making it like convert, or I guess making a drone out of one wouldn't be so hard. But making it to where you're actually the guy flying it.
I wasn't even thinking about those, because those are like the things that I almost like in my mind I have them so associated with like the more goofier side of like the cartoon, like the gliders,
Yeah.
Like that would be like well, now we got the ability to shoot from the hang gliders.
Yeah. Well, the
is
hang
this the
gliders
same server?
is a little bit more goofy.
The server is not coming up at all right now. I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
I'll be right back. I got.
I'm fighting with Host Havoc right now.
Okay.
Really not. Really? For full screen window, I have to start. Oh. That thing have
Okay. So now I'm shoving pizza in my face.
I think I'm gonna have to cook my chicken inside today. It ended up getting rainy again.
Mm.
See, normally this kind of thing happens in Texas. That's where I'm from. But now I'm in Seattle, where it's either always rainy or always sunny for a longer period of time. Doesn't usually flip flop like that through the day.
How bad is winter in Seattle?
Not that bad. It's actually, I feel like it's worse in Texas.
Worse in
Because
Texas.
yeah, and I grew up in Dallas, so it's more northern. But
Because it could get kind of bad in Kentucky, like bad enough for me to not want to go outside at all.
you'll probably, it's not that bad. It's not that bad in Seattle. Or
Have you
Texas.
ever had to unthaw the pipes in your pump house when it's negative 40 degrees out?
What's a pump house?
Is that like an outhouse?
No, it's when you have all the well and water equipment in a house outside the buildings.
Because it gets so cold.
No, it's
Right.
because you have either a sand point that's pounded in or a drilled point,
Oh, okay.
and instead of having it inside the building, it's outside the building, but you put a building over the sand point or the well, and then have water equipment in there so that you can put in filtrations and shit, and then it goes back underground to the house.
Oh,
You'll see it on agricultural stuff just because they don't have basements.
Oh yeah, you're from Wisconsin. You're like right next to the Great Lakes, so wind chill
Yeah.
is
Negative.
wind
Well,
chill
wind
will
chill was
murder
negative
you.
65, but we had a negative 40 day last year.
yeah.
Woohoo.
My short time in Wisconsin, I was at Fort
McCoy.
McCoy, yeah, and I had to do my I was at the drill sergeant. I mean, not the drill sergeant school, the NCO school there, and so I was there so that I could become a sergeant. And I had been training, I had been practicing my runs, I was used to the Texas weather. Now, like when I joined, I was in New Jersey. The cold weather, I had gotten used to it while I was there. But at some point, I moved back to Texas and I got used to the warm weather. So I was training in warm weather. It was like 80 degrees in the winter time for a week. Then I went to McCoy and it was 20 degrees and I couldn't pass my run. I was like 12 seconds short of my, or 12 seconds too slow.
20 degrees in the winter is like t-shirt weather.
Oh, for you, yeah. But I was not
You
acclimated
weren't ready
to
for it. Nope, you weren't
Yeah.
acclimated for it. So
So
your chest was just heaving, probably.
yeah, and I
I don't
pushed
even
through
like it when
and I
it's 40
finished my
degrees
run.
out.
I pushed through and I finished my run, but I didn't pass my I didn't become an NCO because of that. So I was kind of mad. But get to wear my sham shield.
I have gotten no explanation for why this server does not want to work.
I don't know, man. I hope it's not something. Because then I would feel bad. And I don't want to feel bad.
Well, I can find that out, but then I have to rewrite a lot of the command lines, and that's going to be all night, so I'm just going to try and keep restarting it on their end and see if it comes through. Because Host Havoc has to be happy with BI's system. And there are 5,000 servers, which 4,500 are empty.
Really?
Yeah, if you put the number of servers, if you click internet and let all the servers load in, there's about 5,200 servers.
Sorry, I'm beating my meat.
I do that sometimes.
Sometimes.
Happening right now on stream, sounds like.
Nothing like chicken splattering all over the kitchen. Yeah, that's healthy.
You haven't gone to Magnum's kitchen.
Hey. Clean sometimes.
About
least-
once a month.
At least I make good food.
There's 5,514 servers for ARMA3.
Wow, and only 900 of them are being used?
I'm scrolling through the list right now, just trying to see if this one will kick in. And there's an incredibly large amount of 2, 3, 4, and 5 server setups.
What does that mean?
Like only 2, 3, or 4 people are in it.
Oh,
So like the amount of servers that have over a dozen people, I would say maybe there's 100.
jeez.
I'm sure those aliens will bring back the player base.
Yeah,
Server
let's
is
just
not
hold our
enough.
breath for that one. Man. I remember I don't know if online gaming is... Social media got a rise, and online gaming and everything else online started. Maybe it's the game.
You were cutting out a bit for that. I
I
heard
was
like
cutting
on the
out.
rise and started.
Oh.
Then you cut out for probably about 3 words.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't hear all of it either.
I said I feel like social media has been on the rise and online gaming has been on the decline, and it might be related. Basically, what I was hinting at,
People too busy checking Twitter to play a game.
or
Too many
something.
people watching Twitch instead of playing the actual game.
Exactly.
There we go. That's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, you want that for you, but like,
I think it's
Gamers.
just because like millennials have gotten old enough to work, and now they don't have enough time.
well, they didn't teach the younger generation.
Uh,
I mean, I'm a Gen X, and I don't know, play games. We invented playing games, sort of. I feel like there is some. It might be just some global condition that's just changed, you know? Changed how we see things, how we do things. Things that
I
are
mean,
available
like,
to us.
there's a lot of people who are going to phones, which is, I hate to bring this up, like, phone is, yeah,
OP, please nerf.
pretty much.
Maybe it's bandwidth is better than ever, but the amount of people that are online might be making.
I feel like I've heard this same conversation, but it was about like toys and action figures. You know, like people were just like, people just don't buy toys like they used to. It's because of all them online video games. It's just like, well.
And now we're having
No.
video games.
Now Fortnite, like the place where G.I. Joe should be, is Fortnite action figures. And I'm like, there's something weird about going on here. Like, now we're all like, people don't play the online games because of the social media. Back in my day, if you wanted to get to know people, you shot them in the face in Call of Duty.
Seriously though, or you waged a war in EVE Online.
I would have stabbed that man 6 to 17 more times.
I think
Throw
the
in some
people-
trash talk.
I think that's part of it. You're right. Part of it was like the people who made those games such a thing have grown up. You know, and like, yeah, done. That was good when I was.
All
a
right,
kid.
guys. I have no explanation for why this is Bork tonight.
Oh,
Swedish chef did it.
I'm gonna have to go through and pull
Swedish
out
chef forks everything.
anything that I've added in the last couple of days or altered and go back to a previous build.
Oh man. How long is that gonna take?
It won't be tonight.
Oh, okay.
all right. I'll backup plans then.
Backup plans? I was hoping to see how it would work.
I wonder if anybody's able to host a server. Like, surely one of our computers has to be able to have the power to handle a couple of players coming in through the port.
I mean, your internet should be just as good as mine, so yours should be able to handle it just fine.
Yeah.
I'm
I've
I'm
still
also
got-
streaming at the same time, so that's why I'm not volunteering.
I've still got bad memories of like years and years ago when like I started like I was like I'm gonna have a Medal of Honor server on my computer and me and a few people I know are gonna play and then like you know it ran just fine with me, 2 or 3 other people, and there'd be like a 5th person, and then there'd be the 6th person. The moment they get on there, dead, just crashes, whole thing just shuts down. It's just like I don't know why I can't host more than 5 people.
Yeah, but that's not gonna be something that you would be able to set up right now anyway. Like it would, just setting it up would take some time. We gotta face the reality. It sucks.
Whoop. I mean, I could press like host server and try to start like a mission, but
Have you done that before?
yeah, I've done it with
Yeah, we've done it once.
with Magnum. I just don't know how many people it could handle.
Oh, I see.
Granted, this is a different computer than back in the day, but so let's.
You guys, oh yeah, you guys played online together during a stream a few weeks back, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think that was a LAN.
That one
but
was
yeah.
LAN, but we have done
Oh,
it where he's at his house.
Yeah, so let's see.
BJ, you're kind of quiet.
Trying to figure this out.
Well,
Just looking at all these lines I've got in here to see if anything got altered.
You want me to see if I can get rid of that now that I know the problem that was affecting the patrol pod? You want me to see if I can change that and see. That, I mean, that's the only thing I would think that's causing it to crash is the or not work is that missing parameter. You want me to look through all my code and just reconfigure it? It might
No,
be.
I don't think that's it. I think it's on Host Havoc's end because you did a patch earlier this week, and I updated the server, and we could run with the patch load. I could start the server up and play other
that's
missions.
right. Yeah.
So it's not that.
Okay.
It's something
This
on Host
little
Havoc's end,
thing might
and
be
I don't
rip-
know why. Or I've got some stupid little line out of place by 1 digit.
Yeah.
I haven't altered my command line in weeks.
All right, I do have a server up, and people should be able to connect to it. So hang on 1 second. I'm gonna type the password into something. Mission scenarios, maybe. Where's a place that everybody could see it? That needs to see it. I guess. Can I type it into comms VoIP or something?
I don't know. That's not a. Yeah, you can't text into that channel.
Dang it.
What's the server name?
It's Grove Street. Looks like a rooster has vanished.
He went up to the another thing for streaming to try and set it up, I think.
Whoops. You didn't hear me because I accidentally switched to a different voice channel. Try the talk. That's got limited.
Talk.
The talk.
Oh, talk.
Tactical Operations Center.
All right.
Or is it? Hold on. Toddler crisis number.
All right, I've already forgotten what I've put as whether or not that password is like capitalized or not. So if it doesn't work the first time, try it the other way.
I'm not finding the server, first of all. Spell that right?
It's all one word. Should have a capital G.
Okay, I'm looking in here. I don't see your presence in servers. What is it called?
Grove Street.
Yeah, Host Havoc just got a hold of me and says one of the mods that I have. One of the mods you have? Yeah, one of the mods in the server is crashing the server on startup.
Let me guess. Does it start with an F?
He didn't say which one it is. He just said start backing out mods and see what happens.
Oh, okay.
Magnum, did you find it, or was you just look earlier?
No,
yeah,
I can't find it.
If I can, I'll work on it. All right, guys, I'm gonna bug out for the night and try and work on this and see what happened, so I get an idea, so I have an answer for what's causing what.
All right.
Good.
Hmm.
Yo, how's it going, Krim?
What's the name of your server again?
Grove Street.
Okay.
Well,
Is there a search? Oh no, I have to just.
I'm just gonna try to make it again. All right.
It kind of feels like we're pushing it, kind of feels like we're fighting,
Oh,
swimming upstream.
Yeah, but this is kind of my last Hail Mary of the night. All right, it should all be one word, all lowercase now, just to make things simplistic. And if it doesn't show up in the browser, I don't know why. Let me see if I can do something. Invite to game. Which one's... Oh, it says you're offline.
Who? Me?
Yeah, on Steam.
What the?
Does it say if I'm online? It better.
On Discord, it might be off. Busy.
yeah, you're online. Yeah, under friends, I'm not seeing anything pop up.
Yeah, I
Well,
see. Okay, what's this?
Well, I just sent Magnum an invitation to the game. And it just brought up, like, when I press invite to game, it's all like, it wants to bring up, like, a chat thing. And it's like, that's not really what I'm wanting.
Oh. Crap. I had an invite too, and I accidentally crossed it out. Send me
Oops. Alright, hang on.
I mean, I'm already in game, so I don't know. Play game. You accepted. Okay, I accepted. Friends. Where did I set my options? It doesn't let me change whether or not they're
Can't seem to figure out
password
the
or not.
broken link.
Oh, here we go. Filter. Hold on.
It's happened before though. Thanks for letting me know, Kurt.
Magnum, are you getting any messages about, like, invites and stuff?
Nope, nothing right now.
I've given you like 5.
Yeah, I've got your chat window open right now.
Why is it not doing anything? It's literally saying, like, can I, yeah, like, what the heck? I can upload a picture and send it to you
No, I mean, I believe you.
of how it says that it invited you when it didn't. I don't understand how Steam's supposed to work. Steam, get your crap together. Put it in a bag. Take it to the store. How am I supposed to invite you if it doesn't invite you?
If you show up to the store with a bag of crap, you might get arrested. Hey, what's that you got there, buddy? Crap. You want some?
Well, that's why you take it to a crap store.
Okay, let me try this link again. I think I can...
I thought you were supposed to take it to a shit show.
Oh, I can invite him to watch a broadcast of Arma 3. I can't invite him.
I got that invite.
What the heck? Why can't I invite you to the game? Ah!
Well, of course. Storm, remember what I was telling you earlier about there being weather outside? And I ended up not cooking outside?
Man, screw the weather. I'll make a weather dominator. I'll go full Destro on the frickin' Earth. You know.
Well, I
Like,
ended up cooking. I was gonna cook outside, and then I missed
There
the
we go. I
opportunity,
think the
and then
link
the
is
weather
now
got
fixed.
good. Hold on, I got people tugging on me that are like knee high. Hold on.
I feel like this is like what it usually does when you try to invite me to like Day of Infamy.
Probably.
Because I remember you would be like, I sent you an invite, and I would get nothing. There would be nothing.
Yeah, that's probably what's going on.
Like, I don't understand. Why doesn't Steam work the way it's intended to?
Well, I mean, the thing is, it might be trying to, but Arma might not have it set up to, or
I
vice
can
versa.
invite you to watch. So why would that be set up and not the other thing?
I mean, yeah, dumb either way.
Because stuff and things.
You're sitting here friggin' asking yourselves, why don't people play online more often? Well, because it's freaking impossible.
Because they make it ridiculous. Now we know.
I don't know if we actually know. I don't know if we've got half the
I
battle
just
yet.
set you guys up.
Kill it with Snake Eyes. Just send Snake Eyes to kill it. So like maybe there's some sort of option I missed. Like it's all game options. No, that's just the normal game options. What the heck?
It does seem like we're just salmon. We're Ken and Ryu.
Ken and Ryu?
Yeah.
Street Fighter?
Yeah.
The Street Fighter movie was more of a G.I. Joe movie than an actual live-action G.I. Joe movie.
It kind of was.
Kinda.
Did you see how did you ever watch to see how they trained their uppercut
Man.
move?
I did not. Alright. I'm gonna... I pressed play on the mission, so I guess I'll be in the mission now. So I don't know if that'll make it pop up or what, because I don't understand Arma.
Ryu would do a regular jumping uppercut in a waterfall, and that's like he just practiced doing that over and over again, and that's where he got his power from to do a standing uppercut.
Oh, what is this weird? No entry bin config.bin CFG vehicles plane base F turrets main turret dot max horizontal rotation speed. Yeah. Okay, cool. You do you.
So are you actually in the game now? Like, you move around?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to invite one more time. It did not work. It didn't do it. It did not do it. It lied. It lied like it always does. Why you always lying? That doesn't make sense. Why would it say that? Why will it be like invite to watch? Oh, I don't think it'll invite to watch even.
Whoa.
Unless it just, didn't duplicate the message at all.
Maybe that's what happened. But I still got the old watch.
Doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Like, I closed down Arma just in case you need it to start fresh, because I've had that in other games in the past where if you get an invitation and you're already in the game, then it doesn't connect for some reason. So
Well, damn it.
yeah.
Do you have the UPnP box?
Yeah, that was the first thing I made sure of. Sure as hell isn't that. Maybe it's because like I was trying to bring up one of my missions. Maybe if you're not subscribed to the mission, you can't do it.
Maybe, but I'm subscribed to. Well, I don't know. I know that I have some of your missions, or 2 of them, subscribed to. I think, but I don't know how many.
I think I posted 3. I don't know. I don't have the one that I recently put up on this computer because I made that over at Magnum's house.
Okay, which one was that?
Let me try this one. Maybe this one will work. Because I know this is one that everybody, if anybody, let's see.
Sand Vipers.
No, it doesn't. It still doesn't want to. Oh, that sucks. Well, it doesn't want to do the Operation Slither thing. Or the second one. Restart.
I don't know.
Hmm. Well, I'm about ready to give up. I don't know. I mean, I could probably. I don't know. Last time we did it, I did it through the Eden editor. I don't know why, it worked that time and it doesn't work this time when I'm trying to do it through the normal browser. Because it's kind of getting a little ridiculous.
All right. Well,
Trophies, Arma dedicated server.
mm. Hmm? Mm. Mm.
No, I'm just looking here. I was just checking to see if there's anything because I'm like, surely somebody's made something.
All right. One more time. This time, I'm going to do it through Eden Editor. So if it doesn't show up this time, I don't know why. Now, all you should really need is the mod, or the mods. You know, so I don't understand.
Is it still the same name?
Yeah.
Sure.
I like how under Steam it's not even giving me like the ability to send you invite to game. It's literally not even like now it's like nope. Whereas before that was an option.
Maybe
like,
because I quit the game.
I'm talking about Magnum. Like I couldn't. I sent him like 1,000 friggin' invites, and the only one that got through is an invite to watch a broadcast.
Yeah.
Which is like, why would you even do that? I get the sense you're not gonna find it. That it's arbitrarily not going to work. For mysterious and unknowable reason. Which is the most...
Arma.
Okay, well, right now my Arma game is breaking. It's like freezing up every like 3 seconds.
Well, stop doing that. Bad.
Back out.
Don't make me roll up a newspaper, come over there, and get revenge on Tanner's behalf. Did you think about not breaking games?
Oh, that's right. I gotta clip that. I died and came back to life again. Path of Exile.
Why you gotta be doing shit like that?
I don't know,
Why
man.
gotta be doing that?
If it happens a few more times, I'm gonna have to call the build that I'm playing the Jesus build.
You freaking broke EverQuest, and it's like Daybreak Games already did that. How did you break it harder?
Hey man, that's why I alpha tested, because I could find bugs like that. Yeah, that.
You are the bug.
I am the bug.
It's not the game. The game didn't do it. You did.
I did it. So no.
It was your fault. Nobody else did that. Now they had to add extra code for something that wasn't even a problem.
Had to add extra code because of my existence.
You might be bad for this mod project. I mean, okay, like, you have the server's not coming up. This is not gonna work because I'm sitting here in the server. I'm looking at the roles for Blue 4, and there just ain't nobody coming in.
Yeah, I'm going back and forth between friends and filter to refresh and nothing. I mean, it should show up in friends, for goodness sake. But
I mean,
well, we're gonna call it. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and shut down the stream, at least, and then we might try to fix some stuff. I might bring it up if we come up with something in a few minutes. But yeah, let me go ahead and end the stream.
You know, it's weird, Storm, is that BJ's name never came up in the friends list either.
that is, I mean, that's a fair point. This may not be like anything wrong with our computers or
Well,
it could just.
I guess that's gonna be it for the Arma stream. Sadly, we had some technical difficulties today.
Too Betty spaghetti.
So yeah,
a couple of technical difficulties. It might be back up here in a few minutes.
You said it's Grove
If
Street.
not, then I'll probably be doing a little bit more path before I go to bed. But
like we're the homeboys.
Yeah, anyway,
Grand
thanks
Theft
for
Auto
watching.
San Andreas.
Have a good night if I'm not back here in a little bit. Peace.